Morning, folks, and welcome to another day. Well done, you for getting here. And as you'll hear me say many times, that just didn't happen. You used every bit of ounce of resilience and strength and a body you have to get through to another day. So we pat on the back to yourself and say, well done to you. Uh, you'll hear me speak and continually about the human spirit and its ability to overcome things, and I do that often because I've been very privileged to be within allowed to be within the lives of literally thousands of people over the years who've trusted me enough to be able to discuss their life and what they would like to do, and I've been first-hand witness as opposed to that human spirit and its ability to overcome things. And so I would like to read you a wee email that we got from an ex-client of ours who is happy for us to post this. But I think it demonstrates what I've been talking about. But it also comes with a kind of cautionary tale. So excuse me for not looking directly at you while I read this. And it says, my drinking started as a coping mechanism and ended as a barrier between my family, friends, and reality. I decided to write this in response to the social media outpouring of boredom and how some people are coping. Many during this virus crisis are turning to alcohol nightly to unwind, to forget about the days and weeks ahead of us, and that is fine if you can control it in its moderation. But what if the coping mechanism begins to control you as it did me? At home, we pour our own. We drink as we please, and the cost is minimal when compared to going out for a drink. But at what cost to our well-being and the well-being of those around us? I drank to press pause. I drank to alleviate mental and physical pain, which in turn led to emotional pain, in which I drank to quell. Alcohol was my answer, and I didn't even know the question. It started off as a few, which then turned into a few before work, during and after. This wasn't overnight, but over a period of months and increased as time went on. This is what my coping mechanism had become. I was never falling around drunk, although that did happen on some occasions, but my body and brain began to depend on alcohol. I became a vessel for alcohol. I lost myself to it. The everyday pressures of home life and work were then met with increasing amounts of alcohol, and that on top of my existing pressures of mental and physical worsened by alcohol consumption ensured that I now became dependent on alcohol to relax, socialize, and function. Function. Think about that. A functioning alcoholic can be anyone from any walk of life. A hangover is a blip, as when you're leaving home, you know that alcohol will be a factor in your day, so you can exist. I say exist as living in the confines of alcohol. You never have control to live your life. If you're able to control your drinking, that's good. If you're able to control what you do when drinking, that's also good. But remember, alcohol, as with every addiction, slowly creeps up on you, and you're the last to see it. Alcohol can have a detrimental impact on your life, your family's life, and if you have kids, their lives now and into the future. The only way I can describe my addiction is running on ice. It's good fun to begin with, and the danger signs are all around you, but you continue to run and try and steady yourself. Eventually it ends with you falling and hurtling directionless on the ice. The monument here is alcohol, and there aren't very many ways to stop. Please don't let alcohol become something you need to rely on when this virus leaves us, because it became a coping mechanism. When our new reality dawns and we move into a virus-free society, don't allow alcohol to be your new hurdle, as a feeling of powerlessness and confinement due to the lockdown and the feelings of isolation, or what addicts feel daily. You don't need that in your life. You don't deserve that in your life. Use this time productively. Turn these negative times into a positive. Talk to your loved ones, families, and friends. Reunite old friendships, but most of all, look after you. You are worth more to all of the above than you know. Just ask them. And don't forget to tell them how much they mean to you. Drinking because you're bored is a coping mechanism, and as stated, my drinking spiraled due to this. These mechanisms and pressures come in all forms and all lead down the one road, if you're not careful, repentance. Don't allow yourself to become another statistic in the battle over the bottle. And if you think you or someone needs help, then that can be the beginning of a new life in which you or they have complete control. I reached out to a man when running on ice. I mentioned previously I sat in a private room and didn't know what to say. I wasn't judged or pushed into admitting where I was in my life. I knew I had to be honest. I broke down. I was exhausted. I had enough. I knew I didn't want to be the shell of a person anymore. Man allowed me to discuss my problems and piece together what can only be described as the jigsaw of a life put through a blender. Talk about a puzzle. It wasn't easy, but what is? That was 3 years ago. Today I continue to be no saint, but alcohol is behind me. It's no longer a necessity in my life. There's something in the corner of my eye. I now live my life according to my life choices, and that, when looking at my young daughter, means the world to me. Addiction took a dad, husband, brother, son, and a friend away, but he slowly came back. You don't need that journey. You're worth more. I'm worth more. I think that can say a lot more than I can ever have. I've been privileged to be witness to that many, many times. It is a cautionary tale. While people are enjoying themselves right now, but it's important to be mindful. And so I'll leave you with that, and we'll talk again tomorrow. But again, let me say once more, talk gently to yourself. Be kind and loving to yourself, but also to all those around you as well. Um, it is a time of stress for many, but it's important that we do look after ourselves and those we love and care for, and try not even, for whatever reason, inflict harm on anybody else. We have enough to be doing today to get through today. Um, we'll see you tomorrow. Look forward to talking to you. You'll find this piece on the Facebook if you want to read it in more detail. And also, we'd encourage you, if you want to send us in maybe your personal story of overcoming adversity as inspiration to us all, I suppose. Then we'd be happy to have it, and if we can, read it out. Okay, see you tomorrow. God bless.